Well, I've been set a challenge, though I'm not going to completely do exactly what's written here. This is a very impressive number. Unfortunately, he used a mod body, and mod bodies are cheating. Even though his one does look very aerodynamic, I doubt that it is actually aerodynamic. As you can see, it is a very kind of squarish front-on kind of face, lots of sharp angles, stuff like this. This would hurt its aerodynamics, but we're going to try anyway. So the first thing we're going to want to do is to choose an aerodynamic body, but also a small one, the narrow being quite important. So as you look here, the track width is going to be just as important as anything else. So 1.54, 1.46, 1.3. This one is quite small, 1.38, and it also does have a relatively low drag coefficient. It's also very short, so a lighter car being able to get up to speed a lot easier. This one's also quite small, but I don't like the body. This one is very small, and the drag coefficient is very low. I think this is the one. In fact, this one's even better again. Nice. A low amount of lift, it's quite narrow, the drag is quite low, and it's also very short, so it's going to weigh less, which will allow it to go further. So we are going to go absolutely balls to the wall, try to make the lightest car possible, much like companies like Volkswagen did with this car, where it's all carbon fiber. Sure, it's an economy car, but they just wanted to be able to say how good they were able to do with their score. Monocoque, carbon fiber, front transverse, we are going front wheel drive, even though probably a mid-engine or a rear engine would be better. McPherson strut on the front, probably multi-link on the rear. New engine project, I think we might try an inline 4 or a 6. I'm not sure which one I'm going to go with though. A 2-liter, incredibly over square, dual overhead cam, 4 valves, ALSI. We might actually go 5 valves because we're not going to go variable valve lift. Hopefully that doesn't make my RPM need to be really high. Why is it so dark? Oh, is that water? Wait, what the hell? Why is there water here? Is my engine leaking oil so bad that it's filled with oil? What the hell? That's why I think I couldn't see my car. What the heck is happening? Why is there water in here? What? Well, I'm sure. Let's move on. Cast, low friction cast. Low cam profile. Variable valve timing on both cams. We might go a turbocharger, ball bearing, and then fuel economy. Injection, direct injection. Hold on, we should turn this year up. I don't know which one's going to be better. We're going to go per cylinder for now, then performance. Does he say what sort of fuel he's using? All right, well, I don't know what sort of fuel he's using, but I'm going to go with maybe just ultimate. I don't know. Stop knocking so I'll be able to run it at a leaner fuel mixture. What I haven't also done is increase quality sliders until now. I suppose I should do it for the turbo too. So everything except our pistons are doing fine. Instead of doing anything else, we might just raise that quality. Before we go too far, we're gonna start putting the whole car together so we can get a proper idea. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix this. There we go, much better. So front wheel drive, because that's probably the best choice. Probably want something like an advanced automatic or a dual clutch, though I don't know. Maybe we'll go with a manual for now. 7-speed, sure. Increase that top speed, even though it's not gonna be a particularly fast car. Open differential. Radials, hard long life. Probably make them quite narrow. Now, I know that for some reason the game thinks that having offset hurts the fuel economy, but I can't, for the life of me, say that that is a good look. That looks so horrible. Is there any body molding we can do to fix this? Yes, there is at least a little bit. Oh dear. I'm not sure about that suspension setup. There we go, now it's hidden. Brakes, they all weigh exactly the same. So we're probably gonna go with just vented. Save, no, yeah, vented. Fully clad, reduce that cooling airflow, increase that quality. Interior, we're gonna go down to a 2-seater to save weight for fuel efficiency. And then they're gonna be taken down to half seats and then basic. No infotainment, no power steering, no ABS. I mean, if we're gonna try to sell it, we'd have safety, but I get the feeling that that guy didn't really follow the rules either, considering he used a mod body. The brake calipers are pushing through the wheels. Awesome. That's how that's meant to be. So none, and then drop the quality to save weight. Hey, standard, mono, passive, normal. 1.7 liters to the 100. Not bad right off the bat, but I gotta get down to 1.36. Okay. Well, with some minor tweaking, we've got it down to 1.1. So, suck it. Except this is all theoretical, I suppose you would call it. Let's go see if we can change the measure. No, we can't change the measurements in game yet. That's still a thing that's not available. 212 miles per gallon. I like it. But now we should probably change some things around. So we can go a little bit higher on the speed rating, which will also help us. Well, not apparently. Oh, apparently it was tuned exactly to go this. Oh. My top speed is only 89 miles an hour. Oh dear. Well, that's hurting our fuel efficiency. Apparently, they don't like longer gears. Well, that's as long as we can make it. And it still wants to go at 7.4 to 100? Nice. They do like high quality oh. Okay, it seems we've gotten it to about 202.6 miles per gallon, which is pretty epic. This is the face of maximum engineering. One thing I didn't do is I didn't fiddle around with this. Okay. 206.7, thank you very much. So now I suppose the only thing left to do is to make it look pretty, which is gonna be really hard with such shitty wheels. You know what we haven't done? We haven't come back and faced this conundrum yet. No, okay, apparently it likes that high gear speed now. And out of all of these options, it seems that the best option is manual. So, manual it is. What about presets? This is changing nothing whatsoever. Well, bugger. So we're just gonna go with sport then, I suppose, because that'll be the most fun to drive. Oh, here we go. Nice. Yes. Well, 237.4 is now my new maximum. Hey, would you look at that? Let's see. I'm gonna guess that this costs somewhere in the vicinity of $40 million. No, it's only $2.1 million. Interesting. I remember doing less and it came up with a much higher price. Suppose now we're gonna try to do the impossible, which is to make this thing look not hideous. Yikes. So here's our HyperMiler. It's got many extra things on there that is not particularly necessary. Say, for instance, these wheel things. I couldn't get them quite to match up with the car, but I did the best I could. There was not really a whole lot that actually could be done there, unfortunately. But that is pretty darn close, except I didn't notice this gap before. I might have to do something about that. As for the exterior to interior kind of thing that's going on here, you notice that it doesn't have wing mirrors, but instead it has these little things here. Well, they are monitors and cameras. So it's got a kind of a retro style interior, though I might want to try to fix that maybe, I'm not sure. But yeah, I kind of wanted to do that. Unfortunately, it doesn't really fit the rest of the car's design, Morphe, so I can't really make it fit in here properly. So that's unfortunate, but if you look at it from here, you don't really notice that it doesn't fit properly into the dash, I don't think. And I like it. I gave it the cool retro interior, only the front seats, no back seats. We do want to save as much weight as possible. Would have liked it to be narrower and all that kind of stuff, but I struggled with the front end quite a bit. Not gonna lie, that was a bit of a nightmare. And I'm just gonna put in a bit of glass around here, and then we want to try two extra things. I want to see if drag is affected by body moldings, so I'm going to put a big box in the front of the car to see if that slows it down. And then the other one is I want to see if putting an under tray on here decreases the drag from underneath the car. And then we'll go test them out. Woo! So here we have, unfortunately, these have decided to go with a shiny reflective surface. That's, yeah, that was intended. Okay, we've got the basic one. We've got the one with a flat front to see what sort of effect that'll have. And then we've got the one with the under tray on it. So let's give it a bit of a hard go. We're gonna have fuel consumption right up here, dead smack in the center. We're also going to have cruise control. So we're just gonna set it to automatically do its own thing and get to 100. So going up to speed, its fuel usage is still quite low. It's about 10-ish and it's not going slow, and we're already at 100. Nice. Can we not go into a higher gear? Is this what it wants to sit at? Well, we're sitting at about 1.6 liters to the 100. Let's switch to realistic and change up a gear. Nope, that was the wrong way. Our fuel usage is coming down, but not low enough. Let's try 7th. Okay, well, we got 1.3 there for a second, but it seems to be sitting at about 1.3 to 1.33. Well, that's actually pretty good. Oh, 1.28. That was better than his score. I likey. All right, time to try the Aerodam version. Let it get up there on its own. And whilst accelerating, we get up to about 6-ish. Lower. Oh, wow, this cruise control doesn't know what to do with itself. 4.8, 2.9, 1.7, 1.3? Does this have no effect whatsoever? 1.26. So it seems to be bouncing back and forth. You know what? I should probably just let it sit for a while. At least we don't have to worry about cooling. Okay, time for the final one. Now this one, we're going to see whether aerodynamics really, truly, duly makes a difference. As we let this one cruise up to speed, it's going about the same sorts of numbers. Oh, reach 10 there for a second. Oh, that was pretty big. All right, and we're cruising. All right, change to realistic and into top gear. And now we just let them settle for a while. Well, it seems that cruise control turns off whenever you go to a different car, so I suppose I just have to sit here for a while instead. How at such a low speed is my airspeed slower than my actual speed? What is up with this? What the hell? All right, it seems that this thing is broken. It goes anywhere from 1.2 to 1.4 liters to the 100. But it seems to be sitting most around 1.32. So that's what we're gonna go with, since it spends most of its time around 1.31 to 1.33. How about flat face over here? Let this thing settle for a little while. I get the feeling if this weighed more, it would probably give a more consistent fuel reading, because yeah, it would smooth out the acceleration deceleration thing, which is what's throwing it for a loop. All right, this thing is still jumping around quite a lot, but it's been sitting here for about a minute or so, and it seems to spend more times in the 1.2s kind of region than the other one. So it seems to have no effect, or actually makes it even better. I'm gonna average this one out at probably about 1.31, which is very peculiar. But now that I'm talking about it, it's spending less time on the 1.2s. You know, just because it's like when you take your car into a mechanic, it's doing this thing. All right, well, let's see it then. And then it never does it. And the mechanic looks at you like, yeah, sure, of course it's doing that. I'll see there, it went 1.29 and then 1.27. So 1.31, this one apparently is better. And the one that I have all the hopes for, now let's let this one settle. Well, this one, once again, also seems to be quite vague and undefined with what its whole detail is. So, I mean, it's also kind of sitting somewhere around 1.33. It's doing pretty well. But let's have a look underneath. Now you see that this has got the under tray and it's also got those wheel covery things around here. Let's see if there's collision with the wheel. So this is also a bit of an experimentation of that. Nope, no collision whatsoever. Has no problems. Okay, so if you're ever worried about these things colliding, this is a body molding and this is just a 3D square that I've made flat. There is no problems whatsoever. Don't even worry about it, bruh. Well, I suppose the only thing really left to do is to take this thing around a racetrack or something, I suppose. You know, give it a little bit more of a real-world experience. So part of the reason why I want to send this around a racetrack is because it really does actually have decent power, even if it does look really weird and I'm not exactly happy with how the front turned out. We're going to give this one a bit of a try around the racetrack. And, you know, yes, we are going to select a manual for this. We're not going to have the fuel gauge up here. We're just going to take this thing around. Can I not hear this? What's going on? Oh no, I can hear it. All right, let's restart. Okay, so I am concerned about wheel spin. This thing is so incredibly quiet. Even with, it has no mufflers and no catalytic converter, this thing is incredibly quiet. Also, I just happened, oh wait, hold on, I forgot to change gears. Let's restart. So as I was saying, I just noticed that the light problem doesn't quite, oh my God. This thing actually accelerates quite fast. It's basically, oh shit. A bit of a diesel engine, really, with the incredibly over square, the low RPM, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, this does have severe issues with wheel spin, even though this thing is running basically, I can't hear the engine. Not being able to hear the engine is hampering my ability to take this thing up to the, like, maximum that it's capable of. Oh God. Kind of wish I had ABS on now. This thing is really sucking quite badly. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Come on, get around the corner. And then wheel spin all the way out. What is happening? Hold on. Pause, turn headset up to maximum, unpause. I still can barely hear it. This is crazy. All right. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh, damn, bruh. All right. Oh my God. I have to feather the throttle with this thing. It's amazing. All right, what sort of speeds do we reckon is gonna get down the slingshot? I'm not expecting much. I can't believe this thing is actually accelerating up to speed quite decently. We're already going 200 miles. Oh, okay, well, that's where it tops out. Ha ha! Short gear ratio, huh? Oh, that was a fun corner. All right, well, let's see how it does down, what is this, Bavarian Bend? Yes, Bavarian Bend, I believe is what it's called. Change down the gear. Oh, try not to lock it up, get it turned. Oh, boy. Change down gear, please. Okay, good. I want to try sticking a steel chassis on this to see whether that increases my ability to do more consistent fuel reading. Oh, God. Oh, God. The braking this is so bad. Into third gear. Try not to get too much wheel spin. Oh, no. Come on, game. Stop giving me wheel spin. Just get traction already. What are you, some sort of boomer? Oh, I don't want traction. Back in my day, we just used to understeer off the side of cliffs. Let me buy a Corvette now that I'm a middle-aged boomer, and then drive it too hard and crash into something because I'm not used to a car that's so powerful. Oh. I remember watching a video of a boomer that just got a new Corvette, and he was trying to do a burnout, but clearly had never had a powerful car in his life and didn't know how to do a burnout because all he did was burn the clutch out. At first, they were all like, is this thing got an open differential? What's going on here? And turns out that no, the other side wasn't spinning either. It was just burning out the clutch. This did less than 3 minutes, and I think I could improve that. Do I go full hardcore mode and try to do better than a 254? I kinda really want to. All right, yes. All right, we're giving this HyperMiler a proper hard go. So really the biggest issue with this car is trying to put that traction down. So I'm having to really give up a lot of acceleration just to be able to keep this thing under control. I suppose you could say the other biggest issue is the fact that it just doesn't want to brake. So it doesn't want to go or brake. Isn't that just fantastic? Sigh. When concentrating though, here in the slingshot, you can really quite tell that it handles pretty decently. It stayed basically at its top speed the entire way. Now you may think it's doing well, but when it gets down here to Bavarian Bend, that all goes out the window. But much like the original Bavaria, that is the home of Oktoberfest, this car gets quite sloppy around there. Now for the rest of this is quite uneventful apart from the fact that it wanted to lock up every single time I tried to brake. So let's keep going to the end. Well then, I did better. Woo! Yeah! Haha! Oh boy, that was quite the challenge there. Unfortunately, they only store the first 50. Oh, that's disappointing. I wish I could set this to only store like 1 lap per car, and that lap being the best. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video with my HyperMiler here. I'll be uploading. Wait, hold on. The rear taillights have fixed their color issue. What? Okay? Well, I suppose it matters actually literally which way the wind is blowing when it comes to this issue. But yes, I hope you enjoyed today's video. We'll be up on the Where's the Jump Button official server on BeamNG, and feel free to join the Discord with the link in the description. It's a fairly old Discord, but I've repurposed it for doing these videos. There's a bunch of guys on there that really do like this game, and I'll catch you guys next time. Goodbye!